Welcome to That Board Game Show. My name is Hein van Heerden, and today I'd like to tell you about Imhotep. Now, Imhotep was actually one of the first ancient master builders of Egypt. In fact, it is believed that he was instrumental in building the first pyramids in ancient Egypt. In the game Imhotep, you are going to take on this role of master builder, and it's going to be your responsibility to get the blocks from the nearby quarries down the river Nile to your building site, where you have to construct the most beautiful obelisks and pyramids and statues of ancient Egypt. However, you are not the only builder, and your competitors will be able to decide where the various boats are going to dock as they move down to the building site, which could impact on your building plans. Let me show you Imhotep. Welcome, master builders, to your ancient construction site in Egypt. It is going to be your responsibility to move the blocks from the quarry all the way through your sleds and ships on the River Nile to the various construction sites in Egypt. Let me show you the different components and how they all fit together. Firstly, the pieces of Imhotep are so beautifully hardy, strong pieces, nice to work with. So let's go through the different stages that you would play on a turn. On a single turn, you can harvest up to 3 blocks from the quarry and put it onto your sleds. Now, these sleds is what's going to courier your blocks to the shipyards. So you can also on your turn take any one block from your sleds and put it on a ship. On your turn, you also have the opportunity to move a ship and go dock it at one of the construction sites in Egypt. There is 5 different sites that you can potentially go to. Firstly, you have the market. Now, if you come and dock a ship at the market, you would offload the blocks in the order that they appear on the ship, and each player, as Brown comes off, will be able to pick a card. And there are different cards that influence the progress in the game. So Brown would pick, for example, this red card. And this red card says it's an play immediate card, which allows him to place 1 stone from the quarry directly on the obelisk. So he'll take that card, it will go into the discard pile, and he'll take a block from the quarry and immediately put it onto the obelisk. The different color cards have different actions. So when black comes down, he would, for example, go and choose this purple card, which doesn't have an immediate play action, but instead will only score at the end of the game for the number of purple cards that he has collected during the course of the game. So you continue, and white would come off next, and he'll pick a card, for example, this green card, and it would go to him, and then all of these blocks would go back into the quarry. If you had to dock a ship at the pyramid, you would score points immediately on your scoreboard for each block that you are offloading. Now notice you don't have to start with the corresponding ships in line of the docks. I mean, you can take any ship and move it across and come and dock it at a docking spot. And as you offload, you would be putting it and building this pyramid, and where you place the blocks on the pyramid is the points that you score. In fact, underneath here is the starting spots of the pyramid, and for every block that you had placed down, you would have scored points, and these points would then be tracked on your scoring track on this side. And the final position is right at the top, where the pyramid is then completed. In the temple square, you would be building up the temple, and you'll be offloading your blocks in order from your left to right, and you would be putting down the various blocks. And this is actually a nice block, nice scoring pad, because after each round, you would be scoring for the blocks that are visible from the top. And in this case, you'll see that black would score 3 points, while brown and white will only score 1 point each. The burial chamber is where you actually keep building this burial chamber for the pharaoh. And as you place your various blocks, you are trying to get them adjacent to each other as best as possible, because this particular board scores only at the end of the entire game. And you will score points depending on how many joining blocks you've got. And in this case, you can see Brown has got 3 blocks, so they will automatically score 2 points for, oh, sorry, 6 points. For every 3 blocks joining, they'll score 6 points on the scoreboard. Lastly, you have the obelisks, and here you will score points depending, or for the person that has the highest obelisk. Again, you score in order of the height of the obelisks. Imhotep consists of total of 6 rounds. It's a very, very fast game to play. In fact, it's easy, within a half an hour, you'll be able to play 1 game of Imhotep. The 6 rounds are controlled with these boat cards, which basically comes out and tells you which boats you are going to be using in your play. Now, you can only end the round once all the various boats have docked. So if I've docked all my ships, that boat would be able to offload there, and these guys would offload over there, for example. And that would end 1 round. And you would then take all the various boats back to your fleet of ships that you've got, and you will pull the next card over, which will then tell you what is the next set of ships that are going to come out. I can see that there's going to be a 4 ship, a 3 space ship, another 3 space ship, and a 2 space ship. Now the game will continue, where the various players can continue moving their blocks from their sleds onto the ships and onto their various construction sites. Imhotep is a fun little game to play. Not only do you get to build these beautiful structures, but there's so much strategy involved, because you get to move potentially somebody else's ship when they had a plan of going to a different docking station. And you can try and maneuver around the board to score the most points. I hope your family enjoys playing Imhotep as much as my friends and I have. It's a 2 to 4 player game, and as I said, it's a very fast game, and it's for ages 10 years and up. Thank you for watching That Board Game Show. See you soon.